Darker than water liquid. Isn't most liquid darker than water? Maybe besides
Except there's a
Sprite
specific
and
version
vodka
of
and
alcohol that's
gin.
not. Yeah. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
kind of leave it there, though. The side of Florida Puppeteers, Denver Surrender, Bronze South. We already saw the Bronze North. I mean, we see that the North was bringing it this year, or this season, excuse me. Let's see if the South can bring it here as well. I know absolutely none of these players, but that doesn't mean they can't perform and have a great show for us tonight. So, expecting a good one. We had a great series number 1. I'm definitely expecting an exact replica here in series number 2 between these teams. We see Denver Surrender having a good start here on Hasi with P1.
Yeah, I mean, P1 on Hacienda is a hill that we frequently see not a lot of time get taken. But here, Denver is starting off great with being able to secure, looks like 34 seconds of time. The Florida Puppeteers only being able to secure 1 second. And Denver is going to be set up in P2 first, but the Puppeteers are flooding around this hill with a couple players fighting from the backside. Is going to secure their back spawns. We see that player getting active inside door. That's Flix. I'm going to guess that's how you pronounce his name. We'll try to get people's names right this time. It's very difficult in Call of Duty. You never know what people's names are. This appears to be Gunboundar, maybe? I don't know. But
Dude, that is
Florida doing a
crazy.
good job here so far.
But
Setting up on the P2.
I need a translation for this guy right here. F1IQX. I need someone in chat's got to know what that is. I need to know what we got to call him. We're being told we have to like maybe pronounce some people's names right this time. Maybe we won't the entire night. We won't know, and we'll just I don't know. We'll come up with some name for him. Shike is fantastic at doing that, but side of Florida Puppeteers, not a great P1, had a decent P2 there, able to take half the point there. Denver Surrender already here. Oh. We didn't see it. We're good. I love the integrity out of these players here. Kevin really playing like he's need to. He's accidentally hitting some stuff, but getting that nade, sacrificing a little bit of tactical usage to make up for that mistake. But the side of Denver Surrender, I mean, this is Spawn Trap Central here on P3. Gunbounder doing his thing towards that top office side, and man, Denver Surrender looking real good so far.
Yeah, I mean, they've started off very aggressively here so far on the Hacienda. Florida not out of it, though. They've secured a little bit of time here and there, and they're set up pretty good for the rest of this scrap time. Flix is going to be the player that is here to contest it, but he is going to get taken out. And if we look at the mini map that we do have, it looks like Florida is going to be here first. A punch, and then the shots come down from Rhino, and that is going to potentially help secure this rotation. Looks like in the AM is going to get gunned as well. Another player here for follow-up. Can they finally take out Rhino? They can. Trades coming potentially through from Kevin and the rest of the Florida squad. And if we know anything about P4, this is the hill that you want to soak the ever-living heck out of time, and that is exactly what Florida are looking to do to get set up back in this Hacienda hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, it's never lost until you have a P4 doing what they need to here on this P4, but Denver Surrender able to get into time there as we do see the spawns flip. Denver are going to be able to read this pretty quick. All these players are trapped towards this middle time and towards this garage. We see a flank coming in here for Rhino, able to put shots into the first, able to get the kill, into the second kill as well, looking to clear out this third player. Not able to get it, but NKJ is able to get that for his teammate, and Rhino absolutely spits on in the morning there, and he's just going to do it all with a little bit of help from NKJ there. Florida, a little bit of life left here after this first rotation here, heading back into this P1. That's exactly what they needed to do to keep this game alive.
Yes, that I mean that rock hill there was just huge for them. I mean, it sets them up for a good chunk of time to potentially make up some of this deficit, and they're doing a great job of slaying around this P1 already initially here in the second rotation to continue to eat up some of that deficit. Kevin here in time is going to get one kill on a player in you, looking to chow and get another one, but is going to get traded out eventually. But the rest of his squad is here for the cleanup, and if we look at the mini map, it looks like the spawns have flipped towards the side of Florida, having that P2 spawn, and Little Rhino is getting into activities here. Single window, able to find two, able to still play his life a little bit. We see the jump shots, but is going to get taken out by gun there. You know, unfortunate, just not able to regen completely, but some great gunfights coming down from the side of Rhino here so far with the submachine gun. And we're going to see an interesting setup here for the P2. Kevin, the only player here in hill initially, but tons of players all around. We see somebody hopping out of the water. It looks like Jay Winning is able to get one before he gets traded out by Gun. So it's going to allow the Denver Surrender here P2 first, set up with the back spawns as well. But Florida is already decently close to this hill, looking to fight through the front, but in the AM is getting two pieces galore right now with that beautiful Dark Matter Jackal with a bunch of stickers on it. And Jay Winning potentially forgot how to swim,
Whoa, whoa.
having some issues there, but he is able to finally get it and help his squad break into this hill. But the Denver Surrender are still close.
Dude. He's losing the battle to the Rock, but winning the battle against the hard point. Jay Winning, coming to theaters in 2027. I did get confirmation from the players that
movie.
It is Flix. It's a long time in development here. I mean, we're not just spitting out content year over year like Call of Duty. It's going to be a high quality production here from the side. But if you didn't hear me, it is. I did get confirmation. It is Flix. So for once, you were right the first time.
I'm good with names. What can I say? Faces? I forget them all the time, but names, pronunciations, I'm a speaker of many a foreign language. English, barely, and gibberish is another one. Pig Latin is okay. I got better at that, like in grade school, but then, I'm really, really fluent in COD names. I'm absolutely the best. I'm a absolute scholar, tutor, some would say. I know everything about Call of Duty names. What can I say?
I don't know. At that point, I don't know what you can say. I mean, Florida, they were down bad on this one, and they have come back. Maybe a little bit of a slow start. They got those thumbs warm. I will say these two teams are very gracious for waiting for us for that first series to end. This is starting much, much later than the normal series would here at this 10:30 Eastern slot. I don't think we started till almost, 10:45, 10:50 Eastern on this one, maybe even a little bit later, but they're able to wait. And we're playing a best of 7, so it's going to be a late night for these players. Florida looking like they're waking up finally here on this P4. They had a success kind of through the first couple of waves the last time, but then Denver were able to break in. We'll see if they can clean that up here and have a better hold on this P4.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them initially get into this hill early, and then we saw a little bit of a back and forth. But ultimately they're looking to secure a big chunk of the scrap time here, push them closer towards that 200 mark. Denver is going to be able to slide in for the contest, but NKG is able to clean up that player. No more players left here close to contest, so Denver is going to rotate over towards P1. And we've seen both teams. Denver Surrender had a great P1 the first time. Florida had a great P1 the second time. Typically, this is a hill that is very contested. We don't usually see the full 30 seconds of uncontested time come through, but these teams have been doing a great job of slaying around and controlling the top part of this map, and Jay Winning is doing just that with another two-piece coming through. The submachine guns of Winning and Rhino doing absolute work here so far for the side of the Florida Puppeteers. The rest of the squad cleaning up where they need to. So starting off very well here, and they have flipped the spawns as well towards their favor, towards the P2 side, and they're looking to keep that setup and maybe potentially let Denver Surrender get some of the scrap time before they start closing in again.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a total flip from the side of Florida on this one so far. P1 been in control mainly from the side of Denver Surrender, but Florida looking to get towards that P2 as Denver, this is really the point they're going to have to make a hold here. If they hold the entire thing, they can bring it back to an even game. Florida are going to be set up here so far, able to win the first couple of gunfights here. Last player alive is going to be Gunbounder. He is going to fall. So Florida are going to continue this lead here with the side of Denver Surrender, all spawning out. This next round is, or this next wave is pretty much all they have. They're electing to funnel through Rock's side. Gunbounder going to be the last one alive here as he's got to pretty much rush towards the point, but Florida Puppeteers have really turned this one around.
Yeah, I mean, Florida has done a stellar job to the middle of this map, winning a ton of early rotations, getting a ton of the scrap time and breaking hills when they need to. Just pretty much on autopilot through that last rotation and a half of hills, I think, or maybe half a rotation of hills. Able to secure a nearly 90-point victory there in the map number one, but there's submachine guns from the side of winning, and Rhino were just setting absolute pace, getting aggressive. Yeah, tons of sprees coming through, multi kills popping off in the feed. Just a really great
To here, even up the series and get back into it in a map number 3. But we got to play this search and destroy first here. Denver surrendered down 0-1 in the series.
Yeah, Denver, search and destroy is always the mode that can potentially lead to success, and they're starting off early with two initial kills. That's going to leave the bomb carrier Rhino left alone here on low hedges, but NKG is watching over from the top window side, but Denver has all the map presence now, pushing up little by little on the map, taking the space. It's going to force the Florida Puppeteers to rotate back out through their spawn, and they got to reassess what their play is here. You've got players set up to still watch the cross from AM towards that B site. We've got the presence over towards the hedges side already, but Rhino and NKG choosing to fight through this side still. They're going to have to get the information. Shot's going to go down. Nothing connecting quite yet. Law doing some great shoulders there. Looks like there is a player on stage that may choose to be kind of the bane of existence. AM is on the flank, getting aggressive here. Able to get one from the backside. Able to clean up the second as well. So well-timed flanked coming in from the submachine gun there on the side of the Denver surrender. Able to play their man advantage. They didn't sprint at the Florida Puppeteers and give up any lives. They just kept their spacing, covered the lanes they needed to, and then ultimately able to send AM in there for the final two kills. You got to love when your team is setting up the submachine gun players to go hunt down players, especially when they're free kills like that from the back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This submachine gun player here on red card, if you can hit the lanes that are free and you can do what you need to, it's just no better feeling than this map. So I mean, if you're the side of either team and you're a sub and you can hit that stride, man, it plays dividends for your team if you can make things work. We do only have one player here towards B, so Denver looking to attack here. The side of Florida Puppeteers are going to read this pretty early. We're going to see a wrap through their spawn there in number 4 with Rhino. Going to be on this flank. So Denver getting that bomb down pretty quick here. It's going to be a square off here towards these doors.
Yeah, it's going to be a square off. Kevin able to get that first blood. Jay winning able to follow up with a second as well. Flick's able to get one. Still playing his life fairly well as well. Not able to get that trade down is NKG. Rhino has made it in through the site. Might get some good timing here, but not able to hit the shots. Now it's going to leave NKG in the 2v1, but is going to get taken out immediately. And just a great plant and then post-plant setup. They're able to win a lot of gunfights, play the positioning well, win your ones, get out with your life, no immediate trades coming through. That's how you want to play search and destroy, especially in the close quarters of that B bomb site there here on red card.
Yeah, I mean, we see that they're Florida able to get 2 early kills in that bomb site, and then unfortunately just can't find anything. Flicks with 3 in a row with AM able to pick up that last kill. So Flicks just playing the cover there towards that corner, as you know, where his teammate had just fell. He's able to kind of redeem his team there, going up 2-0 here. We see a square up towards that middle of the map, the side of Florida looking like they're trying to attack A.
Yeah, but Gunpowder has been doing work over here on the hedge side. Rhino is able to take up a little bit of space here on stage, does get hit with a grenade pretty much straight to the dome, taking a lot of damage, choosing a region here underneath the stage. In the 2v3, though, Denver Surrender not in a bad spot, some decent positioning here, as two of the Florida players are rotating over towards the B site, but the bomb hasn't made its way over here, but they are going to potentially get some gunfights, and Rhino is going to be able to make it out, able to get this bomb planted, and now Denver is going to have to retake this very difficult B bomb site with the man disadvantage. So I'm curious to see what routes they take. Looks like they're both choosing to fight through the ticket and backside of this hill. Shots coming down already. Gunbounder looking to potentially make a play through the side of the map, but just kind of waiting for his teammate to get here, kind of trying to figure out what they can do together. Rhino is outside chairs, is going to get the first one and cleans up the second one as well. Great positioning there, laying down, hiding in the stadium seats. Usually leads to success on red card.
That's just tough there. I mean, anytime you can take a 4v4 or, a man advantage, sorry, even strength or a man advantage into that B bomb site, you're looking pretty good. It's definitely the easiest one to defend. There's obviously a lot of choke points there, but I mean, for the side of Florida, A didn't work out. Somehow they're able to get Rhino out of that site for pretty much free onto that B site. I mean, he was down to probably just a couple HP, a bullet or two towards that middle cross, and that round turns out very different. So the side of Florida Puppeteers, good little regain there after kind of the bad start, but Denver looking to go back to what they did the first time, and we see the side of Florida Puppeteers already getting pretty aggressive. The side of Florida have given up B once again here, just for the side of Denver to just waltz in for free. Kevin able to get aggressive off rip, able to pick up the kill on AM. A stun is going to push that player out. Bomb has not yet go down. So we do see a little bit of a reset here. Kevin able to pick up another kill. Left in a 2v4 is Law Inflicts.
Yeah, and we see the Florida Puppeteers choosing to get active in here now. 1v1, but the trade is immediately there for the side of the Florida Puppeteers. And I think really the big thing that was there is the bomb carrier got killed towards the front side of that site, and so the bomb was kind of down in the open, and they had to kind of wait for the regions to come through before they could snag it, and they just weren't ever to get the bomb planted. And once you get that bomb planted, that's really where some of the pressure starts to build on the defensive side. So unfortunate plays and unfortunate deaths from the side of Florida Puppeteers there, or from the side of the Denver Surrender there, led to the Florida Puppeteers' success. So, good round, bringing us back to two as well now, and pretty stock setup here that we've seen from the side of Denver Surrender. Gunbounder choosing to hop again once on the hedges, but is gonna eat that nade from winning. Probably a double nade coming through, unless he's forgetting to run Flak Jacket and Search and Destroy. You never know. Blix, seeing the space over towards his A side, is getting aggressive, but the Florida Puppeteers are going right back to this B site. Rhino already up close. Looks like there is a player AM behind that door. Rhino is going to get caught out. The last player inside is going to get flooded on as well, and that's going to leave Kevin here up in a 1v3. Is going to get the first kill, going to be able to get out with his life on a 5 spree as well. So curious to see if he chooses to play for that streak or tries to make something happen here with 40 seconds. But Denver Surrender, you can tell they know this bomb's here. They're not going to give anything up for free. They're going to play their corners and ultimately try to get these trades once Kevin potentially makes his way over here. But I'm thinking this round is going to end in a stalemate where Kevin is going to play for this streak, try to work towards that cruise missile, knowing that that's going to be a difficult scenario for him to be able to break through into that B bomb site. But Denver, you are going to get the round win, so you're going to take the advantage back. Florida, you'll lose the round, but the streak stays alive. It's a win-win kind of lose, mostly lose, because now Denver's closer to 6 rounds, which is how you win in Search and Destroy. But they have the consolation prize of keeping that cruise in the back pocket for now.
Yeah, I mean, the cruise can be nice here on red card. Allows you to play A kind of pretty much free. You're able to get some free picks on that side, but it's really not the map that I think is most crucial to have that streak. So, unfortunately, I think just kind of where you end up there in a 1v2, that's probably not very feasible to win. I think it's just kind of the smart play to do there. But yeah, side of Denver Surrender, able to continue to keep that lead here with 3-2. Started off pretty hot here with some good rounds, but so far kind of been back and forth after kind of that little bit of that reset between those teams. The side of Denver Surrender able to play their life there towards that car and stay alive. Kevin able to spot a couple players towards that stage, putting some shots down, not able to pick up a kill, but able to pick up some information as these players start to rotate over him. Him being Kevin and NKJ going to be left alive to clutch up this 2v4.
Kevin MCK NKJ tongue twister? I don't know. Could potentially be difficult. But NKG blah 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 is gonna get the first kill, but Kevin is gonna get taken out. That's gonna leave NKG left up here in a 1v3. It does have to get that bomb defusal as well. I think he is gonna get spotted from that nice little peak on circles, and that's gonna allow Denver Surrender to win that round as well. And I mean, when they get these first bloods and they get those early kills, they are really capitalizing on most of these scenarios that they're in, and that always leads to success in search and destroy. And so I'm curious to see potentially what Florida can do. We saw some of their rounds where they're able to eliminate some of those power positions with nades. If they can continue to do that, try to get those first bloods, I think they're going to be in a of a better position. And it looks like we see some stick drift here from the side of NKG. He might need to get that new battle beaver with the Hall effect sticks. I don't know. Maybe a
Yeah,
game
I'll
start.
we'll leave that out. They're past Hall effect now, but it's okay. Side of Denver surrender. Looking good so far. This defense is very aggressive towards stage side here. Flix has got to be careful here. You can't get too over aggressive, but once an easy pick is going to spot NKJ, able to pick that up. Does not know this player is towards Globe. Is going to take some shots in.
Omni
That is a
movement.
great omni movement there between that, man. That shout out to our producer there, Jims, and that camera angle there for that one. That is just fantastic there. Flix able to continue to play his life here. Pick up another kill on this one. Law is playing his life here just to have this streak. Put some great shots down. Is going to have that. Bomb is still down towards A. With 35 seconds left, it's going to be very difficult to get back across to the other side of the map and go here. We have lots of players on the side of Denver looking to play for streaks here, mainly with being Law on a 4-1. We don't get a spot there on that player. He's going to get away for free. It's going to be kind of awkward here. Law looking to get this kill that's right in front of him. Is able to pick that up. I believe he's going to be close to 1 away for that streak, but they looking like they're going to be going up 5-2 here in the search and destroy, which we've seen today. 5-2s probably aren't the best place to be.
5-2. The 4-2 to 5-2. Unfortunately,
Map number
I think
2
map number
on the
2
team
as
that
well.
lost map 1. I mean, it's
Oh,
lining up, is it not? I mean, it's pretty.
It is.
It's pretty there.
It
It's
is.
lining up.
It's there. Yeah, I'm curious. Florida, obviously, when you're in those tough situations, you guys are trying to think through what strategy you can do. And I think they recognize that the bomb is probably not recoverable there early on. And then they just kind of run into the arms of Denver, who rotated back over towards the B bomb site. I would have liked to see the play come through a little bit earlier to try to potentially make their way back through or push through the spawn to get over towards the bomb. But, it's all split-second decisions in Call of Duty. It all makes a difference, and you pick wrong, you have to move on. And Denver choosing to get aggressive over here into the B point. Jay winning, playing the door corner, is able to get 2. Gonna have another gunfight, able to get shots into that player, but not able to finish out with the 2v1 that came through there. We see a body flying through on the RC car. No kill coming through. They got the free kill on the RC car. Nade connects as well. So Rhino left here in a 1v2. No bomb plant able to come through. But Rhino is going to have a difficult position here with the Jackal in hand. He's going to continue to kind of just play around the site, looking for the information. Gunbounder doing a great job of providing some coverage for AM to get this plan off. And now it is Rhino's going to have 40 seconds left here to kill both these players and get the defuse, unless if something crazy goes on with a ninja defuse possibility.
Yeah, a ninja defuse definitely ain't happening in this site. These players are locking this down. Rhino is looking like he's ready to take a gunfight here. These players are just taking opposite quarters from each other. This is going to be a tough one. Rhino's going to have to get a sneaky kill on one of them and make a 180 flick. He does not spot the player behind him. Is going to be unfortunate, but the side of Denver surrender are not going to fall the same fate as the LAG, and they will win map number 2 here. Series tied up 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big map from the side of Denver surrender. The curse does not continue.
I don't want to see him back. I mean, we just played a Battlefield 6 beta where the shotgun was killing us like it was real, like from hundreds of yards away. I feel like that's exactly how COD is, and I don't want that, man. Like people complain about the Jackal being overpowered. Can you imagine people just walking around with a freaking slug shotgun, just window to window one popping you? Like, dude. Or the Remington from Black Ops 2. Like, if we get that back, you could just cross map people. Nah, dude.
One of my favorite things in comp Black Ops 2, playing, ladder play, the ranked playlist back in the day. You run an S&D. Was it Meltdown? Was that the name of the map? The one with all the
reactors,
silos,
and like the
reactors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Run an S&D.
The Karma Ninja Diffuse.
the Carbon Engine Diffuse, but
Yeah, yeah, that's
you
yeah,
had
Meltdown.
two options as a kid playing ranked play on that map in S&D. You run smokes and the thermal DSR, or you're running around with overkill in the Remington and you're just fighting for your life in the little rooms. And I was the Remington scumbag in the little rooms. It was so much fun. I ran the Bulldog and Ghost whenever I was playing Ghosts. Shotguns and Comp COD caused some chaos. And we're seeing a lot of chaos here on the B point already, and NKG is just frying people with the aims right now, trying to get this third tick secured for the squad, but Denver is still here to contest so far.
Yeah, I mean, this has so far been so good for the side of Florida. Almost able to get that B tick secured, but not quite yet. We do have one last fight coming down here beside or by the hands of Jay Winning. Eventually going to fall. We see a last contest here with just a little bit on this point. Kevin going to stop or step off for just a second. Not able to pick up the kill, but NKJ is there for the trade. Going to fall on him or fall himself there in the kill feed. Rhino here again to put some pressure from the side of Florida. They have been nonstop putting pressure on this B site, and the side of Denver Surrender able to pick up a couple, but not able to get everybody off of it. Florida with the 2 make that 3 life advantage. Heading here as they're probably eventually going to cap B, and they've got an entire tick on A while all this was going on as well. So the side of Denver, you got to go ham here on some kills, and the kill feed is not lending very much help to that.
No, it is not. Your whole squad is off spawn. We've already got Jay Winning trying to spawn trap the Denver Surrender players. NKG is here for the follow-up as well. There is one player that made it out logs that's looking for the contest, but Rhino is going to gun him down. That's going to be second tick secured, third tick on its way. NKG is able to get a kill up top as well. Gunbounder sprinting towards the hill is not going to make it. And I mean, our first series tonight, we kind of just saw the B rollover and then the A kind of back and forth. This was an absolute bloodbath towards the B site where we came out with, was it 11-9 or 10-6? I remember seeing both of those at some point in time in lives, and then the map's over at that point in time unless we go on some crazy sprees. But Florida able to continue to push that forward, keep the pace up, and secure round number 1 on the ticks, which is always great to put themselves in a pretty good spot moving forward here in the Hossie control.
Yeah, it's we saw a good one last series with Hossie Control. I think we saw about 14 games of Hossie Control tonight with 2 series. So so far the side of Florida and Denver starting off good. We haven't seen any glitches so far, and we're gonna see one definitely this round now that I said something. But side of Denver Surrender looking to get aggressive towards B. Law is laying it down in their spawn, keeping those players trapped off of spawn, not allowing them to get to any points to provide some support. But the side of Denver are not on the point. We're seeing Law get active here on the spawn. He's able to spot these players, call them out to his team, but not able to really make anything work from his teammates. His team's just not getting any kills. He eventually has to hop back and get some help, but he is going to fall. And the side of Denver Surrender just squander an absolutely fantastic opportunity there with Law being in that spawn. We're going to see some people falling towards this A site here as the rest of the players from the side of Denver are going to fall. We have one last player here in Flix on the B site by himself. Can he make a miracle work here for his team?
Yeah, he can't. He died as soon as you got done talking or still in the middle of it. Denver has not had very great map presence out of that one play from Law. And like you mentioned, they just weren't able to capitalize on that positioning. But they're working their way up through the B site here. NKG able to get one. Lots of shots into the second player. Jay Winning able to kill a player onto plat. Is going to get taken out by Gunbounder, who's working through this first tick progress on the B point. Sliding and Chowling going to get taken out by Kevin. Tick comes through from the help from AM. But with 26 seconds left here, you gotta be worried about the clock. You gotta get these trades effectively down. NKG on the wrap does get a kill, but does get taken out, and that's going to allow the Florida Puppeteers to take a humongous amount of map positioning here with Denver off a spawn, and Rhino is getting active as he does best. He's behind the entire team. Shots into the first player, gonna pre-fire around the corner, but not gonna find anybody there. They've got the absolute stranglehold set up here. AM is the last player that's left out. He's going to make his way over towards the B point. Going to dive in. Jay Winning going to get into gunfights onto the A point, but deaths come through. and the Florida Puppeteers are going to take another round. And we saw quite a bit of a tick advantage. +5 is what I'm hearing in the earpiece towards the side of Florida Puppeteers. But the Denver Surrender, you're down 2-0 now. You got to make the reverse sweep happen here if you're going to want to get this map to your side.
Whenever you say earpiece, you know, we are wearing suits tonight. You just put that right hand, index and middle finger up on that earpiece? Do you do that when you say that phrase? Is that what you think of? Like, oh,
Like a
we're
in the
being
Secret
told here the
Service or
weather
something.
in downtown Dallas is not looking too good. 86-degree flamethrower being pushed through the city. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
Florida,
going for there.
I don't either. I'm thinking of stuff for in between the maps, so I'm kind of checked out for this one already. I'm not gonna lie here. The question we had with Shio is really making me excited for the in between maps we're gonna have here. But side of Florida Puppeteers are looking to get to my answer on the best map set, best of 7 map set of all time in any COD is. They're looking to get us here quick here. So far, so good with this attacking round. They have elected to not go for the points, which is typically how you win, but just to get into the face of the side of Denver Surrender. And Kevin is just doing it here in their spawn.
Yeah, on a 2 spree right now. He's looking to continue to keep the spawn killing going, but he is going to get sniffed out. His team has made one tick of progress over towards the B point. Support coming through from Plat and from Outer. Looks like Jay Winning is making his way onto the point, able to get one. Flicks trying to fly through. Collapse coming in is not going to be super effective as the trades are going to the favor of the Florida Puppeteers. Contest coming in from Gunbounder is going to get taken out. Little Rhino going on an absolute tear there to help his squad secure that B capture point. Nice lead on lives as well. They got to make their progress over towards the A point now, looking to control the middle of the map. Is the side of Florida Puppeteers, potentially setting up some spawn trap, but Denver is here first, so they're going to have the advantage here in the initial waves.
Yeah, AM looking to get something done here towards the U. Unfortunately, I believe that is actually Kevin. We do have an accurate scoreboard here, making things work. The scoreboard doesn't look too pretty for him at 16 and 13, but he is making the plays so far from the Codcaster perspective. The side of Florida have not put an emphasis on a point here in this round, but they are getting the kills towards that offense. So just constantly putting the pressure here on Denver. We're going to have to see a massive flip in this round for Denver to come away with the win. We see a massive life advantage coming out from the side of Florida. We see a cruise miss in the back pocket of NKJ, I believe, there. So we'll see if that gets invested to win this round to end this game. He has a great kill off spawn. This is kind of the time if they want to use it. They don't have any players really out of spawn outside of himself. So the side of Denver Surrender are locked in here. This is how they could do this. We brought it back to a 2 life advantage. Denver Surrender looking to make a push here on this reverse sweep potential in control.
Yeah, and they just have so much map positioning here. You see Kevin as the player that's made it out of the spawn of the Florida Puppeteers, but the Denver Surrender aren't dying, so he has nobody to kill. Jay Winning is going to get the time, but he is going to get taken out by Gunbounder, who's laying down here. MKG able to follow up with that Rhino with 2 kills. Third kill comes down. That's going to be 3 down. This is where Florida needs to push the pace. That's all 4 dead. They need to get onto this point. Stop the clock. Kevin going for the spawn trap once again. Able to get the first kill, but going to get taken out by Gunbounder, who's going to have a free run towards the top side of this map. He is going to have a couple players that are going to be able to shoot him, and he does get taken out. So the Florida Puppeteers able to roll through our Hossie control in a 3-0 fashion. Just dominant showing, dominant slaying from the side of NKG and Rhino. It is so difficult to deal with some of this pace and aggression in the control game mode when your lives are getting absolutely farmed.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough one. You saw Florida there typically, and it's gotten older and more beautiful. And I think it'll be great. We're into the map. We made it 1 break with 1 map. We'll have to discuss this after this one. Red card, hard point. We're going to see at least another break after this one, but we'll continue this and we'll start to think about these maps after this one.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have. I mean, we probably don't have enough time for the rest of this series to finish the entire map pool, as we could sit and spend 15 minutes talking about each map individually that we're gonna pick, but we'll do our best to get that out for the man himself, Shio. Thank you for the goaded question, but we're here on red card hardpoint. We're starting off with a pretty typical P1, a little bit of time gotten here and there. Both these teams are trying to pay attention towards these P2 spawns, but ultimately, you're looking for a good chunk of time on P2, but you're trying to keep those P3 spawns intact for your team. So Denver doing a good job soaking up a little bit of time on P1. They've got the advantage setting up towards the hedges side, but they are going to slide right into the gun of Little Rhino, able to get a nice two-piece there. One player left on stage is going to get taken out as well. And now we see that beautiful spawn flip coming through from the side of the Florida Puppeteers. The Law able to get in, but going to get taken out immediately. So Florida Puppeteers in a really good position here to make up some ground on red card hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been so good. We do see here kind of on this P2 Denver spawning towards that good side now with a couple of those players getting towards that the stage side, forcing Florida Puppeteers to spawn out, but they're losing all of the gunfights. You do have the proper spawns, so it's looking good towards that P3 side, but you're losing the rest of this time on P2 if you don't make something happen here. We see some fights coming down here, some from Flicks, able to pick up those kills. Kevin able to split this min-map, and this is kind of where it's going to get weird here. We see some players spawning towards old. We kind of have a Denver or Florida Denver sandwich here. We got two players towards new. They're going to be crucial to play their lives here. MKG able to pick up one, but not the second. But Rhino is there to pick it up. It is going to fall. So the side of Denver Surrender are spawning bad off rip, but they are close. So they're going to be ready for a gunfight.
Yeah, they are. And Denver is off to a little bit of a lead here. They have some good setup here with a couple players covering the different lanes here. We see Gunbounder on the outside is going to whip out the pistol, but going to get taken out by Rhino. He is going to get taken out from behind, though, as well. This is going to allow Denver to secure the first wave of attacks here. Flicks looking to get active towards the street side again. Is going to be able to get the first kill. Going to get taken down to 9 HP, though. No immediate follow-up from the side of Florida. Is going to slide back out and reach out and able to take out Kevin as well, but he's going to be the last player left here alive besides AM, it looks like. Able to get one, able to get two. AM is nice shots coming from the submachine gun there on the AR map, but Florida is going to be able to secure the rest of this scrap time, and we're going into an important stage hill at a pretty even score. Florida's going to be set up here first, but Denver is close, going to get taken out initially, but still quite a few players playing around this hill. While the last player left up alive is going to get taken out, so Florida once again secure the first wave of kills, and Denver is going to have to fight through the ambulance side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, Florida's done a great job so far with the kind of inopportune situation they had there on P3. Able to continue this lead here on P4 as we're about halfway done, continuing to expand their 20-point lead. As we start to see a rotation towards P5 with Florida, they have control of the mid-map. Side of Denver all being funneled towards this ambulance side. They are spawning there as well, so it's going to be a rough rotation towards this new hill if they continue to fall here, which they do. Side of Florida continuing to stand on business here on this stage hill.
Yeah, but Denver has made their way in. You can see the back and forth battle here now. Rhino able to get two, but going to get taken out. So Denver able to secure the little bit of scrap time that's left, but Florida is here on the rotation, able to win that initial gunfight. But there's no other players here for immediate support, but the gunfights are going their way. Now we see Denver getting a little bit of a split spawn situation with a couple players towards the garage side. The other two teammates spawning up towards the restaurant side. Gunbounder able to get two, looking for the third, gonna get shots in, but gonna get the help from in the AM, who is gonna get taken out by Kevin. Now we're gonna see that White Hill time come through until one of these teams feels like they have the position to secure that. That is gonna be Denver in first. Kevin here, close ticket, looking for some shots, able to get one, gonna slide out and reach out Law, but gonna get taken out. So Denver are going to be able to keep this hold going for a little bit, looking to eat up some of this disadvantage that they're in here on red card as we move into our second rotation of hills.
Yeah, I mean, Florida's continued to maintain this like 20 or 30 point lead for a few hills now. They're looking to continue this into P1. They have a great start here with these players coming towards elevator. Shots coming down from Jay Winning, not able to pick up that player as the side of Denver Surrender. Able to pick up the first two, able to hop on time and stop this lead from expanding from the side of Florida as they start to continue their own lead here. We've seen a couple successful P1s across the year with, 30, 40 points, but NKJ here on these middle stairs able to pick up a two-piece, get those players off of time here, as Rhino is able to eventually pick up his trade with that 30-point lead still kind of there for the side of Florida, and they're back on time looking to expand.
Yeah, I mean, Denver is just kind of doing a really good job of playing around P1, playing effective trades and going back and forth, and Law is absolutely frying right now on a force spree. That's going to spawn the Florida Puppeteers towards that restaurant side, which can be preferred initially, but we did see the spawn set up first from the side of Denver, and then they immediately lost that with the first break that came through from Florida from that first rotation of hills. Denver is going to be able to get into this hill first. There are Florida players all around, so in the AM is going to get taken out. Denver is spawning back towards the restaurant, so they are going to have a tough time fighting through the back of this hill. There's so many good spots you can set up, so many head glitches. Rhino going to get shots into two players, not able to get either of them. That's going to allow Denver to get in, and 4 dead from the side of Florida is going to immediately flip the spawns back once again. So the chaos continues here on P2 as we're kind of seeing Denver start to make their way back into this red card hardpoint.
Yeah, this is where things start to flip. We see number 3 here, Jay winning. He's out free. Is he able to pick up anything here with the submachine gun? He's going to be blocking these spawns, so these players are going to start spawning behind this P2 from the side of Denver. You got 10 seconds to roam across the map. Law getting a little aggressive towards the stage there is going to fall. The rest of his team is going to spawn that restaurant side, so it is a bit of a hike to the new point here. They're going to kind of pick up the rest of this, but Gunbounder is here, able to pick up a crucial kill there on the transition here as Rhino is looking for these players kind of rotating back. AM not able to pick up that kill, but they are getting the close spawns. This could be crucial here as the gunfights are going to be a little bit uneven on lives here as Kevin able to pick up 2 on the side, able to kind of save that man advantage. Jay winning, able to pick up 1 towards the top as well as we see Law pick up a 2-piece of his own, but not enough to keep the Florida Puppeteers out of the point here, as we're probably going to see another lead change on this P3.
Yeah, I mean, red card is just all about the lead changes back and forth. You know, Denver has the advantage, Florida has the advantage. Who knows what's going on anymore? Denver looks like they're going to secure this, so no lead change towards the scrap time. Florida is still spawning in the back, and they're going to have a tough time here fighting through the middle of the map. But NKG starts off with 1 kill. Looks like Jay winning able to follow up with another as well. That's going to allow their team to fight their way out of the spawn and make their way over towards the stage hill. Jay winning fighting old is going to get taken out. It looks like Denver is set up here first. There are 3 players coming from the close soccer side. NKG is going to have a big gunfight here. Hedges is going to get taken out, but looks like Rhino may be sent in for the trade. That trade does come through from Kevin. Rhino able to have some good positioning there to kill a player on the ambulance side. Now there's 2 players left in hill, 1 top, 1 bottom. They're able to take out.
You could put standoff HP in there too, but I don't think it's iconic over some other stuff. So like, that's where I'm gonna draw that there, and then you could feel free to override me on whatever the third one is. But we're gonna be restarting here, Gabe. We do have Denver. They are gonna have a 40-point advantage. So keep in mind, Denver needs 210 to win. Florida needs the full 250. That's kind of where we're going to be at here. So anytime you see a Denver score, just add 40 to that guy, and we'll be here. Reset here at map number 4 in this series. Florida up 2-1 if you're brand new. If you haven't tuned in for the rest of the series, Denver looking to even it up here with the 40-point advantage here on this hardpoint.
You know, I've gotten to the age to where I need to go to bed at a decent time, and I fear that we're not going to bed till midnight tonight because this series is going all the way to Game 7, but we're here. We're ready to watch some Call of Duty. We're ready to talk about it, and we get to watch essentially 2 nearly entire maps of Red Card Hardpoint. I mean, I think that's
could see the whole thing
in my book. We
could
see the whole thing again. I mean, it's great from my perspective. Denver, though, looked really solid towards the end of like what we saw in that map, but Florida had their moments to shine as well, and both these teams have started to see what the other team is doing here on this map, and I think we could be in for an absolute banger. And so far here, we're seeing a pretty tightly contested map, and we do see number 8 in the AM that's on the big blank. That is going to cause the Denver surrender to spawn that restaurant side. Ooh. So potentially some mistakes coming through from the Denver surrender side, but they're fighting through very well from this hill, looking to contain this scrap time in their side. But Florida is already on the rotation. with 2 players set up in the hill. Jay Winning looking to potentially find some exit kills off the hill. Is going to find one before he gets taken out, but now we're going to make our way over towards P3 in a very contested game here so far.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll kind of keep in mind as the game progresses. Denver Surrender had a 40 dude. I just. Dude, I love this, man. Sorry. You wait to watch that back. I see you over there looking, dude.
Yeah.
It's the thing with the cars. Like, if you accidentally kick a tire too hard, you just die. Like, it's just instant death for you, and that's exactly what happened. What I was saying, you know, Denver has a 40-point advantage coming into this map. We'll use that in quotes. The second we see Florida, it's looking kind of that way. They're 40 points above. Game is even. So kind of keep that in mind here as we continue to go through these ones. So at this point, Denver's carrying kind of that 30-point lead still, but it's going to be important here. You can see, you know, people start to take, you know, streaks. They can start to take money hills on this one, back to back to back, and start chaining hills. And so the side of Florida, that's what you're going to need to see. They have a successful P4 so far, able to pick up 3 of the initial kills here. Law being the last player. That's going to be everybody falling. They're going to start reading these spawns towards the soccer side. Rhino getting aggro here with the Jackal towards the soccer side P2, able to pick up some kills, and Florida Puppeteers are just continuing to stack points here on this P4.
Yeah, they're doing a great job here on this P4, and you were talking about that 40-point mark, and they're edging ever closer to us being tied back up here in this map, and they are going to be able to secure the rest of the scrap time. Denver is going to have the advantage rotating over here towards the P5, you know, fighting through the ticket side, a couple set up in every single position that you can want in the middle of the map towards restaurant. Florida's going to have to find a place that they can fuddle through. Potentially is the middle of the map, but Jay Winning is going to get taken out. Now the follow-up, or that's not Jay Winning. Of course, the scoreboard's messed up. Why did I ever think to say the person's right name instead of picking something random? But Denver here in a really solid position. They're securing quite a bit of time here so far initially. First 20 seconds going their way, but Florida is flooding in around and able to break into this hill. And now Denver is spawning towards that garage side, not in the favorable position. They're going to have a hard time fighting out of this. Gunfounder able to get some nice shots into NKG, but not able to finish off the kill. Flicks coming through the ticket side, spots a player, shots into one, shots into the second player, only is able to get one. So Florida on a great spree here, able to break into this hill after the first 20 seconds and just absolutely beaming now as we're making our way into this second rotation of hills.
Yeah, Florida really making it work here. We're going to see a rotation back towards this P1, kind of a reset in the map with some heavy emphasis towards this middle. Denver Surrender are going to need to get something going here on this map. They have lost their lead here. Florida Puppeteers looking like they're all in flow state. Guns are blazing from their side. Denver looking like they have no life left, as the side of Florida just are picking up every great timing, every great trade, and only dying to some random nades that are being thrown by the side of Denver.
Yeah, random nades are always in play, but Florida is absolutely rolling at this point in time, up to a 90-point advantage. They are feeling great right now. They are winning a ton of gunfights. We see NKG on that side at 20-8 on a 5 spree, getting some time as well for his team. Picks up 2 there. Actually, probably not. Again, scoreboard messed up. But he does get 1 there. He is Little Rhino, apparently. You never know what's going on anymore nowadays, but Florida just off to a fantastic start to this second rotation, and towards the end of that first rotation of hills, and they're already looking to potentially flip these spawns as well, fighting through the stage side. Player is going to get taken out. Fighting happening on the front side of the hill now. Denver is able to fly in. Quick contest comes through, but the trade's happening back and forth now. Florida winning some of these gunfights in the front side of the hill, looking to take some of the space back. Kevin with some nice shots on that player stage. That's going to leave 1 player left up on stage. Is going to get taken out, so now the Denver team is going to flip, and Florida in a really good position to start securing a nice chunk of time, and they continue to hold these spawns for the next hill as well in P3.
Yeah, I mean, Florida has just really put the pedal to the metal here on this reset. Denver looking to fight out of the spawn trap towards this P2. Players are taking a route towards this P3. So this is really where you have to start to make this transition. We see one kill coming down from Law. Second kill looking like it's coming in with Gunbounder providing some help towards the middle of the map. This is going to be Denver surrender. They have the rotate towards P3, but they have some players sandwiched in the middle towards the front. Gunbounder needs to go huge. Is going to die to a nade, but is going to have a teammate there to help with some shots. Law able to get out for just a second, but is going to fall as the side of Florida Puppeteers continue to isolate the hill and kill these Denver surrender players as they continue to collect some time as well.
Yeah, I mean, Denver at this point in time, you have to start thinking about the long term. How do you get good chunks of time at this hill? How do you transition that to the next hill? You can't be too focused in this specific moment because Florida is just rolling right now. I mean, we see Kevin on a 5 spree now. We've seen so many streaks coming in from the side of Florida. They're just winning every single gunfight, and Denver just they can't really get the kills that they need to take some of this positioning back. And Florida, you're going to hit that 220 mark going into a P4 that you had very successful time on last time. You're rotating first. You know where this enemy team is spawning. You know what angles you need to watch, what lanes you need to watch. And so they're setting themselves up for a good chance here. But Florida, potentially, getting swarmed here now. There is one player left in time that is going to get taken out. One more player left close towards Hill. That's Jay winning. Going to look to contest. Is going to get taken out as well. So Denver off to a decent start here on the rotation into the P4. Looking to set up around the stage hill and keep Florida trapped towards the ambient side of the map.
And this is not it for the side of Denver. I mean, we've seen some crazy P4 to P5 transitions. Kills are still going their way. We saw a contest coming in. Rhino able to pick up that kill on Hill. We're going to see a contest come through. Side of Florida Puppeteers are not able to win here. Denver surrender looking to keep it alive. Obviously, you don't want to keep the side of Florida. You don't want them to get scrap time here. So we're going to see a contest come through. NKG's got to know that player's up top now, is able to win this final fight on Hill, but contest is still coming through as the rotation is going to go to the side of Florida Puppeteers. We did see a cruise missile on the side of Florida, I think NKG there in Hill. So if they do get into trouble, he'll be able to pop that and use that. Side of Denver surrender looking to attack this new hill in P5. Some nades coming down through Ticket as these players are not on the hill just yet as we start to see a clear coming out. Florida Puppeteers able to pick up every kill so far. 10 for the win on this map reset are the Florida Puppeteers.
Yeah, and Florida off to a really good start. Denver is going to need to contest here pretty quickly. Florida is going to hop out of time to look to secure some positioning, but they are winning the gunfights. No one able to contest super close besides these last couple players. Kills go down, and Florida, after the reset, is able to come back from that 40-point disadvantage. And the 40 points wasn't even necessary. I mean, just a dominant victory. I mean, we saw a ton of slaying coming down from many players on their squad. NKG is not NKG, but 32 and 11 with almost 4,000 damage. I mean, you talk about five.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a telltale sign pretty early between these two teams. Florida's got the hot hand. Obviously, an unfortunate disconnect there on that game goes eventually into the favor of the Florida Puppeteers, able to take the series 3-1. But we're back on this here, on this hacienda. Denver need to win to continue on this series to a protocol control, but they got to do it through this search and destroy. Going to be turned into a 2v2. Little Rhino able to pick up one, make that pick up a second. Gunbounder going to be left in a 1v2, playing towards this office side. He's got to kill both players and defuse this bomb with 7.5 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, the time not going to be in favor of Gunbounder. Rhino looks like potentially the player he might start. This is actually Jay winning, going to get taken out. Rhino set up on Rock. He's going to slide out, make the chow, but not enough time left here, even if he gets the kill. So Florida Puppeteers going to win that round. Good positioning, post-plant setup, able to set up very well, set up themselves for success and take that round fairly easily.
Yeah, I mean, able to convert that 2v3 into a successful round win there for that team, or for the side of Florida. So far so good out of Florida. Just good kind of adjustments there towards that B side. It is tough on the defending side if you don't have trophies to kind of defend B. So Florida kind of have the advantage there on the attacking side just to get aggressive. Side of Denver, if you're looking to keep your series alive, this is where you got to do it. We're seeing kind of a B hit through the middle and through the rock side here. In the AM is looking to get aggro. Sees those players going towards mid. Is going to have a free kill on K and G. I believe it was actually Kevin there. That's going to be 3 dead. NKG last alive. NKG no longer alive. Denver surrender. I mean, if you're going to come back, that's the way to do it. Quick round. Put the pedal to the metal, as we kind of been saying here. Denver able to win their attacking round, kind of go par for par with this side of Florida Puppeteers. I'm expecting something here. The side of Denver, they need to wake up if they want to continue. I mean, it is late in the night. We get that, but you got to wake up. You got to continue the series. If you want to win a championship, you got to do it here. Yeah, there's just, you are so good. Map number 2 on this side against the Florida Puppeteers with a red card. You got to come back here at a Hasi. You got to make a statement. You got to put some pressure into that protocol control, because that is a map that we've seen could just swing on a dime. And so you got to have some confidence going into that to win some gunfights here. So the side of Denver surrender looking to make something work here. Initial kill here from the nade. Florida Puppeteers going to be looking for a 3v4 defense here. Is going to get turned into a 2v2 in the AM. They see both of these players. They know they're going to be playing towards garage side. Gunbounder able to pick up one, able to pick up the second as well. What a 1v2 clutch out of Gunbounder. That's going to be Denver taking that 2v1 in the round count.
Yeah. I mean, there's just some gunfights where you're just baffled, but good shots, man. Good shots. 6-1 already in this map. Absolutely frying Gunbounder is. Really just so weak from that first gunfight. You think the second gunfight probably wins that because of the jump shots probably missing, as they typically do here in Black Ops 6. But Denver feeling good here so far. Starting off, I mean, Gunbounder, you're doing a whole lot for the team on a 4 spree. Your boys are feeling good about that. But here on the offensive side, you gotta be able to continue pushing that pace forward. Florida, not a team that's just gonna fold over and give it to you for free, but they are gonna give you the B bomb plant for free potentially. So Flicks, going to potentially be looking, or actually he doesn't have the bomb. Looks like AM has the bomb. The bomb plant is gonna come down, is gonna happen. 40 seconds left. As we have with the timer. Retake is going to have to come through from the side of Florida. Shea Winning is going to be the player that initially finds the space. Yeah, they have the position of the bomb, but they're not confident in getting this defuse down with the coverage from the middle of the map, being able to see the bomb. They got a flank potentially coming through from the log side. Might have got some information there, maybe didn't. Is going to hop the defuse now. Looks like Flix is going to slide in, going to be able to kill. Yeah, nope. Denver is going to be able to win that round as well. Florida able to find the space, but not able to win those gunfights towards the middle of the map, I think. Just good positioning from the post plant setup. It's not always a good idea to leave the bomb after you plant the bomb and leave that position free, but they win the gunfights towards the middle of the map. They can see the bomb planted. They're able to win that. So, solid round on the side of Denver.
So I find that so interesting. We've watched, what is this, season number 3 of Black Ops 6? Someone correct me if I'm wrong if it's not season number 3, but that's 3 full seasons. Obviously, we've casted a lot of matches here. I haven't seen one Hacienda Search where we see a team elect to give up site and take middle as your place to check the bomb. I think it's always been that office side that we've seen. And so, like, Denver Surrender pulling out just some of the differences here in playoffs and make the other team in mid round. You just have to think like, oh, they didn't plant that. Why didn't do that? They're going to play office. They're not playing office. They're playing middle. Like, and you just, you catch them off guard a little bit there. And I think Denver, they're pulling out all the stops here. They're up 3-1. That's 3 in a row for them. They are down a player here. It looks like this bomb is going to go towards B. So these 3 players left are going to have to hop on this quick, pick up a couple trades, and convert this round if Denver want to go up 4-1 here. His bomb is starting to go down here in pretty much a safe plane. Gunbounder is going to be the one player here towards boats. They are going to get that bomb down and start to relocate towards that garage side. So it's going to be tough from the side of Denver Surrenders. We have 2 players on site, 2 players watching for these flanks. So Denver, you're gonna have to win some big gunfights here.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna lose the first couple here. Law's able to follow up with one. Gunbounder is gonna be the player that's able to make it to sight initially. Gonna get the kill onto that first player. Oh, that's not actually the Law, but the time is running down here. NKG
Oh,
able to win a big gunfight there. Gunbounder looking for the kill on the first player. Slides shots into the second, but not able to finish the kill. He's gonna have to hop off the bomb, and now Florida is going to win the round. And just excellent play of the time clock there. I mean, time management is key in search and destroy. You lose out on that player, you're able to slide out with your life. It potentially could have ended bad for Rhino if he got taken out there, being that he was right on the bomb and could have gotten the defuse, but still able to clutch up there, able to get that victory for the boys. Florida Puppeteers going to take a round back and bring us to 3-2 now. So back and forth little battle here. Florida on the defensive side looking to tie us up here. But Denver has performed on the offensive side, so they're looking to keep pressing their advantage.
yeah, we might see something different here from them heading towards this A side. We really haven't seen much pressure being put. The side of Florida are investing a lot of personnel towards this B side and towards the top. We do see number 4 there in Jay Winning, able to spot one player towards outer fences. Going to get that call. We're going to start to see Florida Puppeteers start to make this rotation. Denver Surrender, get that bomb down. We do have some interesting pinches happening here towards this top side. Flicks able to pick up one away with his life, able to top towards mid. Kevin has no idea where this player went. He's got to think he's going towards logs. Flicks able to get away with his life for now, but he is being hunted here as we see some progressions on the other side of the map with time. Kevin has been chasing for this entire time. He's able to pick up a 3 kill. Flicks. He's almost able to pick up that other one. And Kevin able to pick up that kill. Law and AM last alive. Law able to pick up that kill. 15 seconds left. NKG picks up the kill on the player. We do have this bomb going down. Law has got to go. He's got to go. This bomb is getting diffused. He's on the other side. He's able to get the shots down, but the diffuse does come through.
Oh,
Side of Florida Puppeteer somehow pull that out with Denver having an absolutely free win there with the bomb down. Ah, man, it's tied up. 3-3 here. 3 more for the win. We got the side of Florida Puppeteers looking for championship blood here as the side of Denver Surrender, looking to extend this to a game 6. That's just gotta hurt from the side of Denver. You had that one in the bag. You played a little slow, and unfortunately, you lose the round.
yeah. I mean, wowza, wowza, what a round! But Denver, Florida, they're gonna be tied up here, 3-3. Looks like Jay Winning is gonna be the little sharky boy in the water. The B bomb site is free once again. The plant is gonna come down from Little Rhino. See a potential site coming through from Law. He's gonna get the hit markers, but he's gonna get the kill. The bomb plant does come through. Winning on the attack now, though, is able to clean up that player. Now we're gonna see a little 3v3 reset here. We see that player deep garage. That's gonna be Kevin set up looking for the flank, but the flank isn't going to be what's coming through. It looks like the attack is going to be through the middle of the map. Shots in, 2 players down. Gunbounder left up in the clutch scenario. Once again, not going to have the timing on his side. Going to get taken out. So Florida Puppeteer is going to take the lead here. You're going up 4-3 now.
Yeah, Florida Puppeteers have kind of turned this game on its head here for the side of championship point. Florida, I mean, you got 2 more for the win. Denver Surrender, we got to see something here on the attacking round. The last one wasn't very successful, so we'll kind of see what happens here on this one with Denver. I mean, uh, you don't want to go down 5-3, obviously, on championship point towards the other team. So this has gotta work for you here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you need something here. You don't want to go down 5-3. They've done a great job here starting off, going up 2-3. Looks like we see some shots coming down from NKG, but the bomb is going to start getting planted. We do hear a nade come through, and it does connect. What a Kobe from the side of NKG from top office. It's going to put us back down into a 2v2 scenario. Looks like Denver is going to make their way out looking for this player that's top office, but NKG has already vacated the premises, going to the boathouse, looking to potentially get some sights on. Not going to see anything. We're going to see a creak of the door, and NKG is going to get taken out. So now we're going to have a 1v2. Kevin playing back towards garage. Law and Gunbounder on the prowl, looking to potentially, with 30 seconds left, get this bomb planted. Oh, but NKG, and that's not NKG, but Kevin's gonna find one. Law, NKG, 1v1, bomb still in hand. Gotta get the plant. He knows he's secret somewhere, not choosing to go for the immediate chow, looking for information, but he's got to make his play towards this bomb site here pretty fast. He is going to start to go for the plant, but he's going to fall right into the arms of Kevin. And what a 1v2 to the Florida Puppeteers.
And I mean the timings, the decisions really come down to make a series here in this game. I mean, the side of Denver have been so close so many times. Law just picking up some unfortunate timing there. But man, I mean, that's got to sting. Denver surrender. You got to have 3 in a row. This is for the championship. Florida, you got to win 1. You can drop 2, but you can't drop 3. We have a player in Rhino free through mid with a free flank. This could be the death of Denver. They do have 1 dead off of Rip. Rhino able here to get this flank. It is left in a 2v4. Rhino able to get some spots and some kill or some shots. Flick's able to pick up one of himself or one of his own. Rhino able to take some shots down and pick up the other. This is left with Flicks in a 1v3 for their life.
Flicks here, the world on his shoulders from the squad. He's playing towards that single window, looking for any potential information. And I think he got spotted out and he's gonna get taken out. Florida Puppeteers are going to win and they are going to be able to secure their championship victory here in the bronze division. Just a huge map from them, going from the first search and destroy. They struggled